What's up, guys? I'm the Nearsighted Gamer. Thanks for coming to see me. I've played a lot of video games in my lifetime, and I've accumulated a lot of memories along the way, and I want to share some of them with you. These are my gaming memories. Well, we did it. We made it out of 2020, and here we are in 2021. I know all around 2020 was not a good year, especially for gaming. It was affected just like everything else. But despite that, I was actually able to come out with like a really awesome gaming memory from 2020. So earlier on, back in March, Animal Crossing New Horizons came out. And it came out at exactly the right time. A time whenever all of a sudden people couldn't go anywhere and everyone was stuck inside their houses, not able to interact with other people. So people took the opportunity to start doing so through Animal Crossing. People who had their weddings canceled, their birthday plans canceled, vacation plans canceled, they weren't able to travel like they planned on. So to remedy that, a lot of gamers who had also been looking forward to Animal Crossing and those that hadn't chose to do so through the game, because you were able to go forward and travel to other people's islands through Animal Crossing, and it took the place of that for a lot of gamers. And whenever the game originally came out, which was back in March, like I said, I had no interest in Animal Crossing. I was definitely aware of it. My wife was a huge Animal Crossing fan and still is. She's played all of them back since the GameCube, and I wasn't interested in it. It's just not my type of thing. Simulation games aren't my usual cup of tea. But whenever she got it, because of course she got it and my youngest son got it, and they both were playing it, and I'll admit it, I got a severe case of FOMO. Watching her play every day, talking about how much the game had changed and how much fun she was having despite the changes, saying how the changes were for the better and how they made things so much easier to do this and that, got me interested in it. So I began to ask her, I was like, so what do you do in this one? How is this one different? And she told me that it was how, you were able to create your own island. There was like way more customization in this one, and that actually jumped out at me. Normally in Animal Crossing, you would just live in the town and you would make friends with the animals. You would do simulation things like, you would decorate your house, and like you would take advantage of the holidays and give presents and gifts, and I think you were able to do errands for these townspeople, but you were developing your friendships and your relationships with them, and that was still here in this game, but they took the customization to a whole nother level. You were able to customize your house, you were able to customize clothes, you were able to make custom designs, you were able to design where you put people, your villagers' houses in this game, including your house as well. You were able to design where everything went, with the exception of a couple staple buildings like resident services, and I think actually that's pretty much it. Everything else you were able to design where it went. You designed where your store went, where your clothing store went, and Nook's Cranny, all of that, you were in charge of it. And at some point you even got to where you could design the island and make it look how you wanted. You could put flowers where you wanted, you could put outside decorations where you wanted. You were able to do anything except for like decorate other villagers' houses. You couldn't do that in this game. That's their houses. You could decorate yours any way you wanted to. And watching her play this, like I said, normally wouldn't have gotten to me, but it seemed interesting to have full control, or as much control as you did in this game. And it piqued my interest. And then I ended up getting it through GameFly. Thanks, GameFly. And while her and my son also played it, it became a thing that we both did, because when quarantine hit, which was like a couple weeks after this game came out, then she was at home, I was still working. But whenever I would come home in the morning, she would be used to getting up early like she already did whenever she went to work. But since she was working from home then, she had extra time. So when I would come home in the morning, we would get coffee and we would spend like 3 to 4 hours just playing Animal Crossing, just me and her. We would, go do our daily tasks, shake trees, check rocks, find the money rock and all that, check our flowers once we started getting into that. What was at the store? What was at each other's store? Did we want this? The huge item? The clothing stores, just all of that, building our islands up together. Of course, she was like maybe a week and a half ahead of me, but I was still there. So I was asking her questions, finding out information about the game, getting into it, finding out how things worked. And it was so much fun because for those like 3 to 4 hours, like that's how we both would start our day like that, playing Animal Crossing together, drinking coffee and playing Animal Crossing together. And for me, it was great because I was getting to spend time with her, and I know it meant a lot to her because I was taking interest in something that she already liked. So not only were we spending time together as well, but we were spending time doing something that she already liked, and it was another thing that we could share together. And I know that really meant a lot to her, and that was part of why it was special to me as well. And yeah, I know 2020 as far as gaming goes wasn't that good for everyone related to gaming. Like everything was canceled. Yeah, a lot of games got delayed and pushed out of 2020 to this year, but the games did get released, and Animal Crossing was one of them. In fact, it is currently the second best-selling Nintendo Switch game of all time, second only to Mario Kart 8, which came out in 2017 whenever the Switch was released. And Animal Crossing came out in March of 2020, and in that small amount of time between now and then, it sold enough copies to be the second best selling, which is like 23 million, I believe. It's because everybody was trying to get this game. Everybody was picking up. It was crazy whenever the sales were like spiking, like as time went on, like as when the summer came, it were going up more, and then it just kept going and going, and it ended up being the second best selling game of all time. Even more so than Breath of the Wild, which everyone just seems to love the heck out of. But that's part of the reason why. Right place, right time. And surprisingly, this game was supposed to come out in 2019, I think in fall, maybe October or September, and then it got delayed, and everybody was disappointed with that, but oh well. And then it got delayed to March, which was exactly when it needed to come out. It's almost like Nintendo knew something. I don't know. But right place, right time, plenty of sales, plenty of money for Nintendo, a great gaming memory for me, being able to like spend quality time with her and share something that we both ended up liking a lot. And we did this for like two and a half months, like well into July, I believe. Like, yeah, April, May, like 2 or 3 months, like in June for sure, sometime into the summer, we started to fall off, not doing it every day, but we still both had interest. But for those first 2 months, 2.5 months, we were hardcore every day, checking, stock market. And since we had three copies as well, we had 6 opportunities to check prices. We didn't really get too into that, but 3 different varieties of fruits to pick from, everybody having those different amounts of clothing and all that. It was cool having 3 different copies in the house, but me and her sharing that time in the morning, that was like the best part of my day for that amount of time. Like, I just couldn't wait to get home and hang out with her and do what we both like to do best, which is play video games. It was really cool, and I'll never forget it. That will be something that will always stick with me. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. You just don't know how much. Everyone who watches, thank you so much. And if you really enjoyed this video, tell someone about it and send them this way. Let them know about my channel And if you like this video, like it. If you didn't like it anyway, because I said so. And if you're new and you're watching this for the first time and you haven't done so yet, go ahead and subscribe. And just, like I said, spread the word. I'm trying to do my best to grow this channel. I know I'm very inconsistent with my releases. 2021, I really plan on trying to do better. I say that so much, but I have the means to do so now, and I'm really gonna try my best to be dedicated to it. So for you guys and for myself, I really am gonna try to get this channel going. So like I said, yes, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It's really easy. Follow me on Twitter at Nearsighted Gamer, Facebook.com/Nearsighted Gamer. As always, and more importantly than ever, after 2020, going into 2021, please be excellent to each other. It's not worth it to do anything other than that. If you be excellent to someone, then they'll be excellent back to you, and then it's just a circle of excellence. So, just please be excellent to each other. See you, pupils.